Alright, so today we'll be closing in on the first section of the fence being finished. So far we've got the posts in, the top rail, the bottom rail. We're going to be completing the middle rail and putting up the boards. You're going to notice I did a double top rail on this fence. That's going to give us a little extra strength in this area, which has got lots of high winds. You're also going to notice it's all pressure treated wood. This isn't required as it's not ground contact. However, we got such a good deal from the lumberyard, it really didn't make sense to go out and buy more wood that we didn't need. So what I'm doing here is measuring out my middle rail. To do this, I measured from the left inner post all the way to the right inner post. One of the things you're going to see here is the measurement comes out to being 93 inches. What I decided to do was cut it about a quarter inch short. That way I'm not fighting my board when I'm putting it in place. It'll go in nice and smooth and be ready to be nailed. Some of these posts had a little bit of a twist to them, and if I try to cut this exactly at 93 inches, I'll likely start bowing out the posts. So I'll leave them with that little 1/8 inch gap on each side. Now also when nailing on these boards, you want to make sure that you have it flush with the post, because that'll be where your boards are going to be mounting to. I continued on down all the way until the very end. At this point, I started cleaning out my workplace so I wasn't tripping over pretty much everything else. Now, what we decided to do with this fence is leave about a 1 inch spacing in between the boards, and the reason for this is to allow a little bit of a wind break. Today we had winds about 35 mile per hour gusts, so this little spacer that we're building is going to give us the ability to have less stress on the fence. So I just used some simple plumber's tape and threw it on a 1 inch board that I threw through the table saw. So now at this point, we're doing is getting our string line set up. So I'm checking to make sure that we have everything level. We're not going to go with the grade of the ground. We're actually going to keep it just straight level, and we'll backfill in with the road grader when we're closer to done. So as you can see, things start going pretty quick once I got the boards going on there. I measured it out, and I totally forgot about leaving the extra 1/2 inch off the board, so I ran short and had to cut it again.
So my last two boards that were originally the 1x8s, my space I had left was about 11 inches. So instead of putting in a 1 inch board and an 8 inch board, leaving the 1 inch gap, I split the difference, made them both a 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and with the 3 inch spacing there will give us the final last two boards without it looking too different. It'll blend in all once it's done.
Now what I just mentioned is exactly where I'm putting this. One thing I realized a little too late, I probably could have put these on maybe over 3 or 4 boards. So instead of having two 4 1/4 inch boards, I could have had 3 or 4 or 5 a little bit wider boards. At the end, no one's really going to notice besides me and anyone that's really critiquing the fence. Overall, I think it still looks great. And all the boards are hung. I only threw one nail on the top, one nail on the bottom of most boards, so now I have to go through and get the second nail put on the top and bottom and run all two nails through the middle. And here's what it looks like from the back side, or the side that I'll be seeing whenever I leave the yard. Overall, it gives quite a bit of privacy. We're a decent distance off the road, so not too concerned about it. And then here's my grandpa, 1953 Oldsmobile Super 88. Just came to make a quick guest appearance. So if you've enjoyed the video, go ahead and give us a like, and we'll see you back next video.